All right, everybody. So cat's out of the bag, right? Oh, wrong way. Everything's the opposite, right? Ecolab is our stock of the week, and there's a good reason we're doing Ecolab. Let me tell you guys something. Uh, During this pandemic, during this shutdown, there were certain companies, right, that really did well. Maybe not did well, but did at least normal, and really just hung in there. A lot of your streaming, right? The obvious ones, the ones you see on CNBC, right? They're talking about daily, your Amazons, your Walmarts, and things like that. But look, there is a couple under the radar stocks, and one of them's given a nice buying opportunity today. And we were actually going to use this one next week, and the one we're using next week was going to be for today. But this buying opportunity came up. And just like I told you guys with the VSTO, it was getting a little pullback because the Second Amendment battle and all this was out of the news. But now it's just getting really bullish again. So that was your buying opportunity. You want to be patient. We're doing the Warren Buffett thing with this part of our portfolio, right? We're looking for strong companies, strong balance sheets, great products and services, great management, dividends. We want all that stuff. We're going to buy patiently. We're going to sit on it patiently and collect money from it over time. Ecolab fits right into that, guys. In fact, let's go pop over to a chart of Ecolab. Let me pull it up on the on my charting software here, guys. What are we doing? We're sharing screen. And let's pop on over. Now, you look at Ecolab, guys. This is a one-year chart, okay? Let's look at a one-year chart. Let's expand this, though, a little bit. Look at that two-year chart, right? You had your COVID. Blah, 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 blah. Had your COVID. Look at how fast that thing came back. You think about all the stocks that were in the forefront of the news, right? Everybody was just clamoring about the Amazons, all the big ones, but nobody was mentioning a little stock that you could have got at $140, right? And is now trading at 219. And guess what, guys? Look at that dividend going into the COVID. They were paying 47 cents a share. Into the COVID, 47 cents a share. Out of the COVID, 47 cents a share. Now let's fast forward. Let's move that handsome guy out here. We're actually up a penny. So you see, this is a company that just flew right under the radar. Let me tell you a little bit about Ecolab. Any of you guys that have ever worked, or girls that have ever worked in the food service industry, in restaurants, any kind of food service industry, any hospitals, any place that involves sanitation, any place that involves cleaning and things like that, Ecolab is a fixture in it. Like I said, any of you that have worked in kitchens and restaurants know all the products are Ecolab. Even the dish machines, most kitchens rent their dish machines from Ecolab. Why do they do that? Well, guess what? You can get the best products from Ecolab. You can get the best tech service from Ecolab. And this company will come in, and for a restaurant, right? You guys know a restaurant, you've got employees of all different levels. Some are smart, some are not that smart. So you got to really dumb things down. You got to idiot proof it, right? I'm sorry to use the term, but that's a real life term that they use in restaurants. You got to idiot proof things, because the smartest guy in a restaurant has to be able to do it, and the stupidest person in the restaurant. I shouldn't say stupid, but the most challenged person, okay? And so they'll come in, even your dispensing of your sanitizers and stuff, which was so critical and still is for the COVID, right? They come in, they put a little knob, goes to the sanitizer, which they sell you to. They calibrate it. So now employees don't have to take the sanitizer, understand how much to mix, right? Measure the water, measure the sanitizer to make sure it's at the right, because anybody that's worked with sanitizer knows if you don't mix it properly, it loses effectiveness, and it actually can become toxic in some situations. These guys cover all that. They do all that for a restaurant, and it's really critical. And if we look at the chart right now, let's pop on back to that chart. You can see today the stock's down about $6-7, right? It's a really nice buying opportunity. If you look technically on the chart, it caught it right at support. It's well over your moving averages. It had a little dip on the RSI, but that was created by this. It's still easily over that 50%. You got a little squeeze on the MACD, but that's because you had a little velocity loss in the price acceleration. So it brought those moving averages a little closer. That's all it is. This is a buying opportunity. It's still paying the great dividend. It's still got great earnings. It's still the dominant force in all your sanitizing, food service, hotels, restaurants, even your prison systems and stuff use this stuff. It's a fantastic product. It's tried and true. Here's the thing too. They a couple years back, they started introducing these products called Apex products. They're safe. It's just in Hawaii alone, it is illegal for a restaurant to have bleach like Clorox in your kitchen. Clorox is a dangerous product in the wrong hands. We go back to the challenged employee, right? So they came up with this Apex product, which is a replacement for bleach. Guess what? It's safe for the ocean. It's safe for the environment. It's safe for the employees, but it does the same job bleach does, right? Without the chlorine. Now, look, guys, these are all important because, again, we want to find a stock that we can buy, and then we can, you know, if we have a COVID situation, we can add a little bit more cost average in and stuff like that. But you want something that you know that product's not going anywhere, right? It's just like when you buy and you buy Walmart, right? You know, Walmart's not going bankrupt over the next 2 years, right? I mean, it's going to be a big process if it does. Same thing with Ecolab. These products are fantastic. And the service is great. And the company has really got a nice, strong balance sheet. We think that's it'll be a quick little whip here on this buying opportunity. But we wanted to bring this to you now because, again, think about it, guys. Through that whole COVID recovery, that V bottom and all that, how many times did you hear the stock Ecolab? How many times did you hear the stock GameStop, right? Which is a whole other story. But look, guys, so take a look at this. It might be something you want to add to your portfolio. It's definitely something we're going to put in our portfolios. I don't have a free play for this, but I wanted to mention that VSTO free play. Remember, those were the 521 options, the calls, and they're just outside the money right now. That stock's starting to really make a move. That's how you do it, guys. You buy into weakness, you sell into strength. You're a little bit of weakness on a great stock, a great company. That's your buying opportunity. All right. And be patient, guys. Be patient with your portfolios. It's easy to get caught up in that hysteria of the daily internet, your media and stuff. It just makes you, you know, the fear of missing out, the fear of losing everything. If one day is that dramatic on your portfolio where you're out of trading and stuff, you need to step back a little bit and do things a little bit more organized and deliberate. And this is how you do it. All right, guys. So look, that is your stock of the week. It's Ecolab. Don't forget, guys, go back and look at the other. If you're on YouTube, if you're in our lab, you can go to the YouTube site, and I have these categorized in your stock of the week thread, and you can see them all. A lot of those are doing great. The Hershey pick, which is boring as all heck, great. That thing's up about 6% since we picked it, and it's already paid a dividend. The VSTO was a great buying opportunity, right? The ET it's about $2 higher already, under $10 stock. And that's another one, a 7.5% dividend yield. Jesus Christ. Who wants to pass up on that, especially when energy is becoming such a focus going into summer, right? So if you got some time, go back and look at some of those. There's some really good plays. There's some fun plays. Last week, right, we did Playboy, man. All right. How many of you even knew Playboy was still around? I didn't. I haven't looked at a Playboy since I stole one of my father's. How many of you can tell that story? Anyways, guys, look, that's enough fun for a Tuesday. Let's stop this nonsense and get serious. go take a look at Ecolab, okay, guys? And if you're looking for other ideas, there's some great picks in those stock of the weeks, and they've all been successful. So have some fun with them. If you got some comments, post them in the comments. We'll see if we can respond to you guys. All right, guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow with the morning update. Okay, let's see how this market shakes out. We talked about it during the earlier report, the morning report, that we've got Google, we've got Visa, we've got a bunch of bigs this afternoon. Tesla just had good earnings, but got a little beat up over it. Little petulant investors there. And other than that, man, it's just a much ado about nothing today. Everybody's waiting for those earnings reports after the bell, because once we get those after the bell today, guys, then we roll tomorrow. We got Apple, we've got all these other ones. Microsoft is reporting after the bell. That's one we really want to see too, because Microsoft's had a pretty exciting quarter, right? Anyways, so let's cut this short. Okay, guys, if you're interested, the symbol is ECL on Ecolab. Go take a look. We like the stock and we like it for a long-term hold in the portfolio. All right, guys, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning.